Good morning, comrades. My name is Magdych, and today we are discussing the latest Sony a7C camera. I'll go through some technical details and also will mention why I love this camera. I will show you the pictures and videos that I was shooting with this camera since I got it 3 weeks ago. Before we start, I'd like to ask you to hit that like button. It honestly helps a lot. Also consider subscribing to my channel. For you, it's nothing. To me, it means the world. Thank you very much. First of all, it's a mirrorless camera. It means that it's very compact size, it's very small and portable. It's very lightweight too. If you like traveling and you don't want to carry a lot of gear, or you have to carry a lot of gear for your work, this camera is very good because it's very light and you can fit more in your camera bag. It is barely over 500 grams with a battery, and also if you pair it with a relatively small lens, it will barely exceed 800 grams. That's very light. It's very nice for vlogging or for those people who don't want to carry around a big bulky camera. Another great thing about this camera is its sensor. It's a full frame sensor and it is 24 megapixel. It is relatively big for this small size. If you are not planning photography for billboards or making 4K cinematic ads, then this camera got you covered. With 24 megapixels, you can crop in 100% and it will still be 12 megapixel, which is more than enough for printing and even much more than enough for Instagram or Facebook. The flip-out screen is really nice and helpful for vloggers, but also it helps the photographers sometimes when you have to get very low and take that picture from below. Also, if you flip out the screen, you can see yourself, so this camera is very good for vlogging, to see yourself, see if you are in the frame, if you are exposed correctly, or if you are in focus. Also, as a bonus, you can take selfies. 24 megapixel selfies, right? I know. Also, another important thing for vloggers is IBIS. Yes, it's not a bird, I googled it. It's an in-body image stabilization. Most vloggers want a camera that has an image stabilization or a lens that has image stabilization. The very extreme is a gimbal, but gimbals usually cost a pretty penny. So image stabilization is usually the best option. If you buy this camera, most likely you will not have to choose between one lens that is optically stabilized and another that is not, because IBIS, the in-body stabilization, helps you to stabilize your video as much as possible. As far as I know, the IBIS and OSS, which is image stabilized lenses, they don't produce the double effect of stabilization, so only one works. That's why you don't need a stabilized lens with this camera. Another amazing thing about this camera is its video capabilities. If you are not really into 4K buttery smooth slow-mo, then this camera will have you covered. a7C is capable of shooting in 4K but only 30 frames per second. Also, you can shoot 1K in up to 120 frames per second, which will give you that very nice, smooth, buttery slow-mo. Personally, I believe that 4K is far from becoming the resolution of everyday content consumption. Statistics shows that more and more people consume their YouTube content on their mobile devices. which are rarely 4K. Okay, talking about too many good things is also not that good. There are a few flaws that I want to talk about. Many people were talking about its menu, and since I bought this camera 3 weeks ago, I noticed that menu is really messy. Yes, really messy. I think Sony should have revamped their software a long time ago. There are just too many submenus, subcategories, etc, etc. Another one, there is also touchscreen, which is really good, but that touchscreen doesn't work for menu. It works only for autofocus. Why? Hopefully future firmware updates will fix those flaws. Fingers crossed. Alright, here is my 3 weeks hands-on Sony a7C compact mirrorless camera review. And yet again, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more content. It's nothing for you, it means the world to me. Thanks again and see you next time.